Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to my subscriber lessons. It's Saturday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 5:29 a.m. Once again, dear viewers, I'm in my subscribers lessons. Hello, one, welcome.
Hi, Teacher Rahat.
Hello,
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you doing today, one?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm at my office, but I need to meet someone after this. Maybe after half an hour.
Sure.
Depends when they will. Yeah, but not now. I still can join the lesson first.
Okay, that's great. Is everyone okay in your family?
Yeah, everyone is okay. But it's just that COVID, I think, is extremely taking Malaysia now.
Hmm. Have you got both of your vaccinations?
I've got my booster jab, but not my wife. She's still afraid. I said that nothing to be worried, but she's still worried about taking third doses.
Okay, that's really cool. And how about your children are all right? Everything, they're fine?
Yeah, they are fine now. And Malaysia actually is opening for the children to take the vaccination. Do you think it is good for the children and it is safe for the children to take the vaccination, sir? For
Uh,
5 years and below 5 years?
in this country, the government has made a rule that below 14, they are not giving any vaccination to anyone below 14.
Below
So,
15, I
so,
see.
so I don't know the policy of your country, you know. But for the children in this country, they gave other vaccinations like if you're aware, like measles, mumps, rubella, MMR, then DPT, diphtheria, polio, tetanus, and
Mm-hmm.
then also Hep A, not and Hep B is not A, sorry, Hep B, dose 1 and dose 2, and
Oh,
that is mandatory for all children in this country. Stella
I
is
see.
here. Okay. Hello, Stella. Welcome.
Nice to meet you again.
Good morning. Good afternoon in your country. How are you doing today?
Uh, I'm fine. How are you?
All right. Okay. So I'm sure you may have met one before.
Yes.
Hmm. Great. So, Stella, have you already registered for your IELTS exam?
Yes, I'm gonna take the test in April.
February, March, April. Okay. Still long way to go. Hmm.
2 months more to go.
Yeah. And I'm sure, Stella, you're going to get better marks than before this time.
Yeah, I hope so.
And also, after getting the score, what's your plan? Are you going to apply for a scholarship or any other education, or what's the plan?
Uh, Actually, the reason why I'm gonna take the test is just check my English proficiency.
Oh, that's great. Hmm. All right, that's cool. So, Stella, we're going to start with a little bit later because one has shorter time. So I'm going to just, you know, check with his any kind of things he needs. So, do you have any questions, one from last year about anything, any grammar rules, or maybe after that, Stella, I'm coming back to you in a moment. One,
Okay.
No, sir.
okay,
It's okay. We can proceed as your plan. I am just following. I'm okay with that.
okay. Let's please send me message. Whenever you need anything from me.
Sure.
Okay. So, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. And before that, Stella, do you have any question from the previous classes or lessons? Excuse me.
No.
Okay. So I've written few sentences. There are many sentences which we use very often in our writing as well as in our speaking. But in order to develop our fluency, our thought process, and sometimes to respond a question appropriately, we use this type of sentences. And I have written rewrite, which means that sometimes you can also use the alternative way to say this sentence. Okay, one and Stella,
Yes.
Okay.
and also you can use in your conversation straight away. So my today's practice would be how we can say this word in a different way, or how we can use this sentence as a part of your conversation. Okay, let me give you an example, then it will be clear for both of you. So it was nice to talk with you. Okay, there is one thing I must explain. I'm sure I explained to you, if you can remember. It's the matter of British grammar and American grammar. In the British grammar, we have got talk to and talk with. Similarly, we have got speak to and speak with. Talk to, talk with. I'm writing on the comment section. Yeah? So, do you know the difference by any chance? One or Stella?
Mm, all looks quite similar to me.
Yeah, in
So,
American grammar, they are similar. They don't differentiate at all. But
oh,
in British grammar, we differentiate. Like, so most of the cases, speak to, talk to is with one person. Like, I'm talking to you, one. Or I can say, I'm talking to you, Stella. But if I say I'm talking with you, that means two people are there. I'm talking with Stella and one. Did you get the difference? So one person, speak to, talk to. More than one, speak with, talk with, according to the British grammar. But
yes.
if you think that American grammar, then they are easier. They don't find any difference with using these two prepositions.
Okay, got it.
All right, Stella.
Okay.
So I'll ask you to give examples how we can use, or maybe how it can be used in different ways. So the first sentence is, it was nice to talk with you. You can say it was nice, it was awesome to talk with you. It was nice talking with you. Or it was my pleasure to talk to you or talk with you. Either way. Or it was great to talk with you. So you need to change only the adjectives, or maybe you can change the verb if you want to. Okay, is that clear and understandable? One.
Yes.
So tell me which sentence you like to use in a different way. For the first sentence, it was nice. It was nice to talk with you.
It's nice to talk with you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want us to rewrite the sentence?
Yes, please. Yeah.
It was nice to talk with you. Um, it was good to have a conversation with you.
Oh, we lost your sound.
It was good to have a it was good to had a conversation with you.
Well done. Great. How about you, Stella?
Uh, it was fantastic to talk with you.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool, both of you. Thank you very much. So now one question. It was nice to talk with you. Yeah? So this is the sentence you use when you meet someone else for the first time. But if you're meeting the same person for the second time, can you use these expressions?
Mm, not really suitable.
Okay, so what do you like to use in that case?
Mm, it was a great meeting today. I don't know.
Okay, it was a great meeting today. Let us listen to Stella. Stella, how would you say that? You have met the person for the second or third time. Can you use this expression again? Sorry.
But still, I'm not sure. Maybe it was nice to talk with you again. I'm not sure.
Generally, when for the first time you're talking to or talking with someone else, you can use it blindly. But in conversational English, remember, it's also part of an IELTS, speaking part. We generally don't say it is nice to talk with you. You have to use another word. It is nice to talk with you after a long time or once again. Yeah, you can use that way. Or it is nice to see you again. You can say this. All right, one in
Yes,
Stella. Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
So we have to be. There is a tiny difference, between nice to talk with you or nice to see you again means second time. From the sentence or the expressions, your listeners will be able to understand whether you have met the person before or not. Okay, like today, your parents called, both of you. One, where are you? Or Stella, hey, where are you? I'm coming. I'm on my way. Second sentence. Yeah, we very often we use this expression. I'm on my way. Hey, where are you now? I'm on my way. How we can rewrite or say this sentence in different way.
I am in the middle of my way, in the middle of my journey.
I'm in the middle of my journey. Okay, that's cool. How about you, Stella?
Uh, I'm on my way back home.
I'm on my way back home. You amended one thing, not back to home. We do not use to before adverb, okay? One.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
We use to mostly in before noun, the preposition to. Like there are some adverbs which are confusing, like home, one of them. Another one is abroad, then here, there, etc. We do not use any preposition because they are adverbs rather than. Some people sometimes think that they're nouns. No, they're not nouns. It's adverbial place, and we do not use any preposition before them.
Home.
Yeah, so we don't say I'm going to home. I'm going home straight away.
Home, abroad, here, there. That one is considered as a noun, right, sir?
No, they're adverb place. They're not
Uh,
noun. If they were noun, we could have used preposition.
why it is adverb, sir?
Okay,
Adverb place.
adverb of place. That is the special category of adverb, showing a
Mm,
location. Like, hey, where are you going? I'm going upstairs. Similarly, I'm going there. Are you coming here? Okay. Are you going there? Yeah, I'm going there. Are you going abroad? Yes, I'm going abroad, for example. Okay.
okay. What are these categories, sir? Adverb place.
Adverbial place. I'm writing it for
How?
you.
Okay. Adverbial place.
Adverbial place. Adverbial place.
Adverbial place. Okay. I will find more information about this.
Yes.
Very useful.
Mm. Because this is one of the most common mistakes that we do, you know, that we make. Sorry, not common mistake we make in English grammar using preposition, and also there are some verbs after that we don't use any preposition. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, like enter, yeah, then contact, yeah, then discuss. Okay, one thing I'm going to explain to both of you. Any noun in English, you can see there are thousands of nouns. Sorry, there's thousands of nouns, and there are also verbs. Okay, remember that the basic difference between the same word to use as a noun and verb is intonation. And I'm sure I explained to you. Generally, you use higher intonation to falling, that is rising to down, and falling to rising, that is down to up, upper intonation. And once again, I'm going to give one example, like contact in this case. Yeah? Mhm. Contact may be used as a verb or as a noun. So, like your name, one is a noun, Stella is a noun, Rahat is a noun. Remember, if it is a noun, always you have to remember, if just remember one technique, that our intonation should be from rising to falling intonation, like one, not one, yeah, not Stella, not Stella, yeah. Rahat is coming up to down. Similarly, contact, when it is be used as a noun, it should be contact.
Contact.
When it would be used as a verb, it should be the other way around, from down to up, like contact. Okay, let me give you the example in a different way. Stella, let me know if it is okay with you, my explanation. Huh?
Uh-huh.
I'm writing it here for you. So it's contact. Can you see with the uppercase and lowercase? That is now. And contact, verb. Is it clear? Stella and one.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to give me an example using this word? I'm going to write more words after that.
Contact.
So it's
Contact.
contact, noun, and contact, verb. Like, do you have a contact of this address or of this person? I'm going to contact this person soon. Look, the first one is a noun, and second one is a verb. But did you notice the difference between two tones? Contact and contact.
Hmm.
One,
Yeah,
does it seem
quite hard
it's a bit
to
difficult?
differentiate
All right.
the
Okay.
but I know the difference between them.
Yeah, that is a tiny difference if you listen to it carefully. And remember that this is one of the techniques when any native speak, they follow it. Because depending on the tone, people will be able to understand what are you trying to say, whether it's a
Can I
noun.
have your contact number, please? Can I have your contact number, please?
Can I have your contact number, please? Yes, that's noun.
Mhm.
Okay. But would you like to contact him about this matter, Luke?
I will contact you back tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Stella, would you like to give an example with this word contact, noun and verb? Make a sentence, then it will be better for you.
At that time, I was not sure if she had contact of him. Um, and for the verb contact, I really wanted to contact him at that moment.
Very good. Cool. Okay, and remember that after contact, we don't use any kind of preposition. We don't say contact with him. Okay, Stella and one. That is one of the
Okay.
another common mistakes. Like this is a very common sentence in job advertisement. If you have any question, contact our HR department, HR department, okay, or recruitment department, or our uh, personnel department.
Not contact with our HR department,
Yes,
right?
after contact, we do not use any preposition. And people ask why we don't have to use preposition because contact itself is meaningful, which means that you have to contact with someone else. Similarly, we are discussing a matter, not we are discussing about a matter. We don't need to use any kind of preposition. Discussing about, no, discussing a matter. I'm entering the station, not entering into the station or entering to the station. These three verbs are very confusing sometimes, which is why I've just brought it for you. Clear?
Yes.
Now another
Yes.
noun and verb. I'm writing it here. Let me write two more so that you can practice. Contract address. Uh, yes, do amendment, make amendment. We'll discuss it in a moment. Okay. Contract address. One.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Contract address. Verb and noun. Give me
Oh,
one example, please.
contract address. Contract address. Okay. Uh, we start with contract first.
Yep.
I mean, okay. I will sign a contract with this company soon.
Mm-hmm.
That is noun.
Mm-hmm.
So, mm, that is noun. For contract, mm,
What does the verb mean? We need to understand first.
okay. Contract. I think if I
Uh,
get close, do no?
contract means when it is becoming shorter in size. Did you hear me?
Can
One?
I? Yes. No, sir. Not very clear just now. But
Okay. Contract means become shorter.
become shorter.
Yeah.
I want to make a sentence like this. I will contract with you if I agree with all the terms and condition. But is that wrong?
That's wrong.
I don't. That's wrong. Okay.
Okay. Contract verb. Yeah.
contract,
Did you hear the word? Contract.
Contract.
contract,
Contract verb.
contract,
So to become or make it shorter or narrower. That is contract. But contract.
contract,
Have you heard it? Contract noun. Okay, let me show you. That will be better for both of you. My Cambridge dictionary, so that you know it. Can you see that noun?
Noun. Okay.
Noun is a legal document that states and explains formal agreement between two different people or groups, or the agreement itself. This noun, look, contract.
contract,
Contract.
Stella, are you okay?
Yes.
Can you see there are many examples over there? One and Stella.
Yes.
Yes.
Now tell me one sentence, one and one sentence, Stella. You can say from these examples as well. That's fine.
Mm.
One.
Mm.
Sorry.
Uh,
Go on.
there is a there is a special provision in the contract to cover on the issue of uh, breachings of the contract. How to say that?
Hmm. Okay, good. Stella.
As the contract seemed pretty unfair, she didn't sign for that.
Okay. The contract wouldn't be valid if you don't sign it. Okay, Stella. That's a good sentence, though.
Huh?
All right. And one, you're trying to make a complex sentence, but it does not seem to be quite okay to me. Would you like to say the sentence one more time, please?
Okay. I rephrase it. Mm, we have covered in the contract for the issue of I try to make the difficult sentence. I need to make it even simple.
Yes, you're going to deeper sentence.
Okay.
Stella might be
Uh,
able to help. Stella, would you like to help him?
the two companies will sign the contract
Finished it.
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Okay. As you can see, a contract of employment, contract of anything, So that is noun. Now, if you like to use as a verb, now it is the other way around. You see, this is verb, contract.
Contract.
Contract to may become shorter or narrower, generally smaller in size.
Hmm. One example.
Oh, contraction.
Yeah, shorter, as you see.
Mhm. I see.
Contraction is the noun. Contract is a
Mhm.
noun, a verb. Contract is a
Okay.
noun too. But
Contraction.
when this verb becomes noun, we use ion, contraction.
Okay.
Con-
Contractions come from contract. Okay.
yes.
Okay. To make or become shorter or narrow, generally smaller in size.
And you have understood from this example in spoken English, do not often contracts to don't.
Okay. But can we use this verb? I mean, can we use contract to, for example, we want to describe about room, about clothes. Can we describe that? I want to contract this room to become smaller. Can we say like that, sir? Or it is still wrong?
You can say it, but generally, when you have made a room, how you're going to make it shorter? You have to
Mm,
rebuild it or close it. You have to break it and rebuild
okay.
it or restructure it, possibly. Yeah, you can say that in broader aspect. That's fine. That's still acceptable.
Mm, got it.
Okay, one example, Stella, from you.
Um, the volume of balloons usually contracts as it as they course.
Mm. Are you a science student, Stella? Background?
Um, not really. My major is physical therapy.
Physical therapy. Wow. And what does it do? Physical therapy.
Um, After graduation, usually some students can work as a PT for children or PT for
Mhm.
disabled, etc.
Okay, that's cool. All right. So is that clear contract, both of you?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
How about the next word? Address.
Okay. Address. Can I have your address? So address is a noun,
Noun,
and
upper to down. Yeah? Address.
can I have your address?
Very good.
That's for noun. For verb, the prime minister will address the nations about the issue tomorrow.
Okay. That's cool. How about you, Stella?
Mm. Uh, Please write down your address exactly. And for the verb, the, the, the prime minister addressed the serious problem yesterday at the morning news.
Very good. Well done for both of you. High five. That's pretty cool. Remember, these are some of the words. Yeah? There are thousands of words like this, and all the names, remember, is noun. That means upper to lower, intonation. When you're calling someone else by their name, call this most of the times the tone is from upper to down, like one, Stella, Rahat, but not down to up. Okay, we don't say one. Yeah, we don't say Stella. Yeah, we don't say Rahat. Yeah, we never say that. Similarly, this word, yeah, I'm going to write it in the comment section. How do you pronounce it correctly? When it is noun, it could be,
English,
go on, say it again.
English.
Okay, how about you want?
English.
Yes, English, that's right. Very good. Not English, yeah? Remember that English is a nation, it's a subject, both of them, yeah? It may mean English. Very good. Okay, now once question, Stella may be able to answer it. Is it do amendment or make amendment, Stella?
Mm, what does mean amendment? It is like a revision.
Mm,
Correction.
Uh-huh. Mm, uh, I thought that both of the expression do amendment and make amendment were correct. Um, what is the answer?
We are going to answer it in a moment. So I was asking your opinion. Okay, and also amendment is sometimes connected or related with the constitution of a country.
Uh-huh.
Okay, remember? So in that case, you can always amend it. Uh, so he's confused about using do and make. When you use do and when you use make. Like do a tea or make a tea. Make a cup of tea or do a cup of tea.
make a cup of tea.
Make a cup of tea. And is it do a homework or make a homework?
Do your homework.
Make mistakes or do mistakes?
Makes mistake.
The basic way to remember is that when you can do for the first time, we use make. Okay,
Uh,
so it's make amendment is correct and do I have seen both of them, you know, but most of the
mm,
cases make amendment is the most acceptable and appropriate way because something is wrong. So and also That is in the connected to the parliamentary, constitution amendment. But if it is like some mistakes and you're going to amend it, then you can say, "Oh, I'm going to make the amendment," or you can say both like, "I'm going to do the amendment." But it's better
Mm,
to use make amendment. That is the widely accepted.
correct.
Okay. Um. So next sentence is get out of my sight. Remember this preposition of is ob. Yeah, that is another common mistake we often pronounce. And o double f is off. Ob and off. Always be careful about using these two preposition when it's speaking. Ob and off. Get out of my sight, not off. Yeah, clear. One, ob.
Yes, sir.
All right. So how can you rewrite this sentence or use this sentence in a different way? Get out of
Get
my sight. Yeah, you're angry and you're telling someone else, "Hey, get out of my sight."
so
Stella, yeah, go on.
does it mean get out of my sight? Does it means that um, get away from me? I don't want to see you. Is that the same meaning?
Yes, still almost same meaning. Get away from me. I don't want to see you. Yeah, cool. How about you, Stella?
Uh-huh. Mm, uh, since she was pissed off because of the accident, she ended up saying, get out of my sight."
Mm-hmm. So generally, when we are angry or when we become angry, we say this type of sentence or words to someone else. Yeah? Get out of my sight, or get away, or leave me alone. Another way you can say, "Hello."
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you have heard it. Leave me alone. Yeah, that is another way to say, "Get out of my sight." And also, you can say if you're angry, get lost. People say it very often. Well, seriously, this type of common expression, get up, get out of my sight, get lost, get away, leave me alone. I don't want to see you.
Yeah.
When
You can go die.
when- okay. All right. So that should be this part then for Stella because she's going to sit for IELTS exam. And if you remember, Stella, we were discussing speaking task 3, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, let me share the cue card. And last week, you also described some of the basic pronunciations, and sounds, which is really important. Yeah. Hang on a second. We have explained this. Okay. Do you remember Ally, Ally? This sound?
Um, did we address that? I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Hmm. All right. Hang on a second.
We have new subscribers, Robin. Just subscribe to us, to you.
I don't know which lesson I need to find out.
Oh, I thought from this lesson. Okay, okay.
Yeah, he has subscribed a different lesson.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it still shows. Yeah. Give me one quick second. Let me find out which lesson he has subscribed. I got the notification just now. He has subscribed the lesson from 7 o'clock today.
Oh,
Yes. Great. Welcome, Robin. All right. So I didn't explain this. Okay. If you remember on basic pronunciation techniques, especially for IELTS exam and normal conversation, if there is ALLY at the end of any word, like I have written few words, A is always silent or ignored. Okay. So because A is a schwa sound, if you remember, schwa sounds are those which is like reverse A, and we do not pronounce it at all. Okay. So if I
Okay.
give you example, three words are there. I've written it. Can you please try to pronounce it, Stella, first?
Uh, technically, physically, basically.
Okay, how about you, one?
Uh, Technically, basically, basic, physically, basically.
Very good. So, well, Stella, if you remember, you have to just assume that there is no way before the ALLY. So the technically becomes technically, physically becomes physically, and basically becomes basically. And you'll find thousands of words similarly, like logically, theoretically, nationally, internationally, actually. Okay. The most common words in the conversation is actually, actually. Okay. And we're going to ask the question to Stella because she's a uh, and she's an IELTS candidate. Yeah. So are you also practicing with the mock test, Stella?
Yes.
And how do you find it? Okay, so dear viewers, this is just a sample test with Stella, who is an IELTS candidate, speaking task 3 of IELTS exam, which is the last part. And though there is no syllabus or hard and fast rule where the question might be coming from, but it's only for the practice purpose. Okay, Stella, are you ready?
Okay.
Remember
Yes, I'm
that.
ready.
Remember the Stella and people who are listening to us. The IELTS exams speaking task based on 4 categories for a marking. Number 1 is your fluency and coherence, 25%. Number 2, your vocabulary, lexical sources. Number 3, grammatical accuracy and wider ranges of grammar. Number 4, pronunciation. Always bear in mind that there is no marks having an accent or not. It is the pronunciation. And honestly, Stella, even in the UK and many Western countries, people do not bother about your accent, but they are bothered about your pronunciation. And even if you make mistake, they're not going to tell you you're making mistakes. We don't have to tell you, honestly, when we're having conversation, as long as we can understand you. But if we don't, then we have to ask you again. Uh, so you let me share this screen. Can you see that? These questions. Nature.
Yes. Yes.
Would you like to go for it? Yeah, one, that's okay. Nature. Take 1 minute to think about it. Though in task 3, there is no way you have will be given chance to think of it, but because we are practicing, Stella, so take a look of this question that you start answering. Okay. And I'm sure
Okay.
because you said for the exam previously, you will get only for each question maybe 30 to 40 seconds to answer it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, what are the main environmental problems in your country? Why should people be concerned about the environment? How can people protect the environment? Do you think money should be spent on protecting animals? Do you think more should be done to protect nature, natural beauty, sports in your country, or any other information you like to share? Ready, Stella? Do you need to take more time?
No, I'm ready.
Okay, please start speaking.
Mm, I would say the most severe and important problem, environmental problem in my country is definitely the fine dust problem. Unfortunately, from China every year, many fine dust are coming to my country, which bothers a lot of people. Uh, Fine dust causes lung cancer and gloomy feelings uh, and other disadvantages.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Remember, there is the problem with the environment. Stella, are you there?
Yes.
So maybe okay, we're going to discuss it later. Let's move on to the next question.
Mm, the reason why we should be aware of the environment is uh, firstly we are part of the nature. Mm, as one part of the nature, it is natural for us to take care of the environment so that we can live um, uh, we can live well with other creatures.
Hmm. We mean to say adaptation. You can use this word in this case. All right. Number three.
Honestly, there are tons of things that human beings can do to protect the environment. Um, from very trivial thing that individuals can do, such as using a reusable cup rather than plastic or disposable cup whenever we visit a cafe, and cut down the amount of water whenever we take a shower. Uh, and for the factories, of course, they can do another things, especially uh, when they try to getting rid of uh, the bad result from the factory.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Next one. Do you think that money should be spent on protecting animals?
Uh, Definitely, I think so. Just like I mentioned earlier, as one part of nature, I think we should be responsible for protecting other animals, because keeping the variety of animals means the nature could be even healthier. Um, and since all creatures are precious living things, they deserve to live their own life.
Okay. The last one is the do you think that more should be done to protect natural beauty sports in your country?
I would say yes. Unfortunately, because of the highly dense population in my country, it seems like, especially in the past, the government didn't care about the environment. What I mean is that rather than protecting the environment or protecting natural beauty spots, uh, it just um, it just planned to build more houses or buildings so that many more and more people could live in. However, it's high time for us to think about the environment. And I hope that once the government change the importance to to protect the environment, and I believe that the situation in my country would be better, especially some problems related to the environment.
That's right. Very good. Okay, the first question, as you see, what are the main environmental problems in your country? And as you might be aware, we can discuss one of them. They have asked you like animal preservation, or you can say sound pollution, water pollution, or maybe air pollution. Okay, and also the uh, we call very often global warming, the hot temperature. Well done, by the way. Um, but remember, Stella, if you can use compound sentences when you're answering, would be great. Um, be,
Uh-huh.
because this is one of the indicators of getting good marks, using compound sentence correctly when you're having conversation and giving example. All right. Anyway, well done. Let me go to the next question. Oops. So next question is society. What social problems are there in your country? What can be done to alleviate poverty? Are there many charities in your country? What's the difference between major crime and minor crime? Do you think that all criminals should go to prison? Why do so many people move to live in cities? What problems does overpopulation case? Well, sorry, does overpopulation cause? Are you there, Stella?
Yes.
You know, honestly, task three sometimes could be difficult topic. Like this one seems to be a difficult topic for me as well.
Uh-huh.
So, what social problems are there in your country?
Mm, one of the most hottest problems would be gender inequality, based on gender, uh, rather than based on someone's characteristics or ability. Uh, some companies in my country tend to uh, have the biased thinking. I
Hmm.
mean, just based on the gender. What I mean is that if someone is more competitive because of her career, because of gender, she wouldn't get be accepted by a decent company.
Hmm. Good sentence structures, though. Okay. Question number two: what can be done to alleviate poverty?
Mm, As I see it, one of the clear problem would be education. Um, to be more specific, uh, usually as the poor family can't support their children so that they can be educated well, the children end up getting a part-time job or other jobs uh, that the salary is not that high, which means their poverty would go end.
Hmm.
Once they get educated well, and finally they can uh,
Hmm.
find their own strong suit, I'm pretty sure uh, they can they can get out of the poverty.
Okay, pretty cool. Number three: are there many charities in your country?
I guess so. just like international charities such as Save the Children or UNICEF, I heard that there are also some organizations that can help the underprivileged people in my country.
That's right. Okay. Charity begins home. Do you know this proverb?
Pardon?
Charity begins home. Charity, I'm writing it. Have you ever heard this expression? Begins at home. All right. Number four. What's the difference between major crime and minor crime? So they're asking that how do you define by yourself, your own judgment, which one is major crime and which one is minor crime?
Mm, Usually based on the results, such as how many people died because of the crime or how many facilities were devastated because of crime. Uh, Many people think that uh, if the result is severely bad, then they would say, "Oh, that's a major crime." While uh, the result is not that severe, many people think that that's just a minor crime.
So, okay, got your point. We're going to give you a little bit feedback later. Do you think all criminals should go to prison?
Not really. If that really happens, then uh, the prison can't afford all the criminals. Uh, Obviously, based on the severity of the uh, of the crime they made, uh, the criminal each criminals should be punished differently.
Okay. Why do so many people move to live in cities?
Um, as they are pursuing some advantages of cities, it seems like especially young people are eager to move to cities rather than in countryside. For example, better job opportunities and more facilities are attracting young people.
Great. And the last question, we have got 3 minutes. Okay, what problems does overpopulation cause?
Mm, um, the first thing that came to my mind is the environmental problem. Once more and more people are living, then less and less animals would lose their habit or houses.
Hmm? Did you say habit of houses?
Uh, I mean habitat.
Right, habited. Yeah, remember, it's a bit that's tricky word.
Uh-huh,
Habitat and habit. Okay,
uh-huh,
well done, more or less. Uh, so social problems. When you're giving an examples, I'm sure, Stella, you know that. Just make a bullet point like number one, two, three, because you don't have much time to describe all of them. Okay,
uh-huh.
and I was not sure if you have explained what is a minor crime. Did you explain what is a
Uh,
minor crime?
uh, I just said that just based on the result, I mean severity of results, many people tend to distinguish major crime to minor crime. But I'm not sure how can I describe it exactly because I haven't thought about that much.
Okay, so in order to define major crime and minor crime, we have to first understand what is or what are major crimes. The most serious or major crimes are related to violence and death. Okay, drugs, killing, torture, and you know, and similar related crimes. And minor crimes are those where it can be, amended by the government authority by going through training, rehabilitation process. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and especially uh, drug dependence sometimes can be classified as a major crime as well as minor crime, depending on your age. If you are under 18 in this country, it is treated as a minor crime, and they will send you to the rehabilitation center. Okay, well done, Stella,
Uh-huh.
and it's really cool to have your answers in task 3. Okay, I'll suggest, if you remember, we discussed some compound sentences making techniques. If you can do that, that will be better. So thank you very much. It's going to finish in next 7 seconds. I'll see you tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
You take care.
Thank you so much.
No problem. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.